Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Some men just have that it factor. And when I say it factor, it's that je ne sais quoi. It's that factor, just that charisma. And it's basically, in this case, I'm gonna talk about that charisma that just draws women to them. And the interesting thing about it is, well, kind of unfortunate. You can't really teach it. I believe it can be developed, but then even with those guys, they need to have something in them anyway. Now, I would say, and this is based on talking with some other scholars who've actually looked into it, like actually having conversation with them, maybe 12% of the population has it within them. Just that it factor, that thing that from the time they were born, they just going to attract women to them. Now, here's the interesting thing about that it factor. You know, it ain't nothing to do with looks. It don't matter if the guy don't have money or not, or status, whatever that stuff. This guy could be a bum, and somehow he's going to draw women to him. It's a magnetism. It's an inborn thing. And what's it based on? It's based more on his personality traits, his temperament and everything. See, I'm going to tell you what. Contrary to popular belief, you know, it's never just the outer form, just the outer form that draws. Yes, it's powerful. Let's be real. It's powerful. It plays something, but never just. I'm using the word just. It's never just money. It's never just money. Like you got a lot of guys saying, well, you just need money, you just need money, you just need money. Then why are there so many men who have money who got trouble with women? Use some common sense, you know? It's never just status, because the status, that changes, that, you know. And then all the other factors, even game. Let's be real. A lot of guys who are even good at game, they not gonna get every woman that they use the game on. They not gonna hit every shot. In fact, it's considered good by some men if, you know, if they approach 100 women, if they get 3, it's considered good. I'm like, okay. Meanwhile, that guy with the it factor, shoot, he got to fight the women off. You know, he just walk into the room, just sit there, and the women are drawn to him. Now, usually, and like I said, the thing is, it's more about the temperament than everything else. Indeed, if a man has a certain temperament, it actually makes him look better in a woman's eyes. He has a certain it factor. It's a personality thing. See, one of the things a lot of guys they talk about, but they ain't making a connection about how emotional women are. They are affected by their emotions. They are moved by their emotions. You know, yes, they can see a guy and he's physically attractive and all of that, and their wombs do a nice little rumba and everything. Okay, that's cool. But they're also touched by the emotion. How many times have I said, you know, that's what the pimps and the preachers do. They get the women through their emotions. Their emotions can actually affect a woman's womb and turn them on. So, and then a big part of dealing with a woman is making a connection. Some men just have that factor that can draw a woman to them and make the connection. They can make the woman comfortable. They can affect her emotions. There's something about him, you know, that just draw the woman to him. Something about him. And it like I say, it's that it factor. Like people, you know, you from the outside looking in, you can't really tell exactly what it is. Seriously. In fact, most guys, okay, like a lot of men, it's hard for them to see it in another man. Especially if they're heterosexual. They can't see it. They're like, well, why is she messing with him, man? What he doing and everything? He got that it factor. Like if you talk to a bunch of women, they'll know it right away. And let me go on a tangent about that real quick. Let me go on a tangent. We got a real problem out here that you got channels where men are trying to rate other men's faces and all of this, or they doing live streams talking about another man or why this man should or shouldn't get women. Or not, he's like, well, he ain't getting women, he look like this, or, you know, his cheekbones are here, his jaw is here. You're not a woman. And plus, that guy could have the it factor. I would say this. If you gotta say anything about something, only women can effectively look at that man and say what the deal is, what they checking out. Only women, only women. You know, because when they looking at that man, they ain't just looking at with his eyes. They looking at him with their emotions. They feeling with their heart. They are feeling with their womb. And no men going to have it. No man got a womb. You know, let me be clear on it. So a man, though, getting back to the main thing, if a man somehow his it factor affects that woman, you know, somehow he gets her real comfortable. She feel real comfortable with him. She can open up. That's the type of guy, you know what, he don't have any special lines. He don't have like what people say, well, he did this, he did that. All he said was hi and kept going. Indeed, you get some guys like that who got that it factor, they not even extroverted. You know, I've seen some guys, they real quiet and draw women to them like crazy. You know, the women coming over to them. The women feeling something for them. You know, that's the emotional thing. You know, that's that it factor. And like I said, it's in the guy's personality. See, I'm gonna tell you what. There's not enough talk about personality types. Not enough talk. Now, I've talked about some personality types on my on-demand videos, and I've said some stuff here. But you have to understand, if you have a certain type, it's a certain combination of factors within a particular individual. It's part of his whole package, not just his physical package, but of course his mental package. You know, it might be that he's like real extroverted and everything. You know, and it might give him a combination of these factors, give him an it factor. Or it could be he's like cool and calm, mysterious or something. You know, could be something. It's a bunch of things, but it's an it factor. It's not something, and I'm gonna tell you what, it's not something that somebody can see and fake it. Like if they see somebody with an it factor, and you get some people who will do that. Some men in particular who will do that. They'll see a man, he's getting all the women, and they'll try to do the exact same thing, and it just don't work. It just don't work because they are not that person, because they don't have the same combination of personality traits. And then, you know, the other stuff, the outside stuff still come into it. The combination of the two. And let me be clear, when we talk about the outside stuff and the inner stuff, it ain't necessarily that dude look like some fashion model or something. Because when you take an honest look at the guys who truly had that it factor, they look regular. They look regular. That's why other men will look at him and say, well, how he getting women? He ain't all that. He ain't built. He didn't watch any of Rom's body game videos. So it's like, you know, and I always see those exceptions. You know, I could say body game till I'm blue in the face. And these guys might not step foot in the gym, but they got that it factor. They draw women to them anyway, you know? And I would say, shoot, I could get deeper into it. I had to go on my deep thought channel. There's some metaphysics behind it, but I ain't gonna talk about that here. I'll just give you all the basics. And, you know, they just got that personality, certain personalities, you know, certain ways a man to carry himself, and it triggers something within the woman. Let's put it like that. It triggers something very in the woman that attracts her attention. And that's the thing. Like, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna end it, talk about this one guy. He had a definite it factor with some women. Definite it factor. Now, I can't remember his name, to be honest, but it was a situation where I think dude was homeless, but he knew somebody who was a part of this group. We were working on a project. Very intelligent. And I remember we had our meeting, but then we also had a bigger meeting with a group of women. We went over to the woman's house and everything, and I'm thinking, this bum, well, at least he showered. He had access to a shower somewhere, and I'm thinking, oh yeah, he coming over there, hair looking all wild and everything. Man, he got in with these women. He was working them to death, and I was like, serious. This dude had these women eating out the palm of his hand, kind of literally too. He was helping them to cook. I was like, what the fuck? but he had that it factor. Now, of course, the men in the group, we didn't see that shit. We were sitting back like, but the women, he had them giggling, everything. I was just like, but he had that factor, that it factor. So, anyway, that's all I got for now. But it's something. Here's a basic thing. Some dudes just got it. Ain't nothing you can do. Don't get mad. You know, you can say whatever. I can talk about body game. You know, other dudes can talk about a man's face. Other dudes can talk about a man's money and status. Everybody can talk whatever type of game. Some dudes just gonna have that it factor. They just gonna draw women. And it is what it is, you know? You can't really fake it or anything like that. You know, I would just say, hey, tip your cup to them. Don't get mad at them. Just say, oh, okay, do your thing. Do your thing. It is what it is. I think that's the best way to look at it. It is what it is. So anyway, that's all I got for now, y'all. Get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.